Okay, welcome back. Now, what we've been doing so far has just been hooking up all of this information, the arm and the leg to the body and the neck. The neck can be as long as you want, the arms can be as long as you want, as fat as you want, whatever. Obviously needs to be able to hook up. I've been building a lot of heads in a lot of different ways over the years, but I kind of have started using this way, really because I'd make a lot of cartoony style guys, but this being obviously the original 4, which was obviously tries, this being the original 4. Now this I'm going to leave, these two are, I'm going to leave as the bottom of the chin. I'm selecting that back 2, and these 2 at the back of the head where my neck is going to go in. I'm going to get rid of that. Select those edges. Mesh bridge. Get rid of that division. And definitely needs a bit of an adjustment. Just looks weird there, so I'm just bringing it a little bit closer. And there we go, and that's our little funky guy. Just make sure we've got everything. We go mesh, mirror geometry options, mirror geometry options. Let's just go in here. I want to just show you something. Don't be scared of these little things, especially for the new guys. I mean, the old guys know everything is just a one Control Z away, or the Mac guys Command Z away. In case you make a mistake, you just say apply, and if that's not what you needed, you just undo. There you go, select a new one, apply. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. Even there, just like try that. There we go. Oops. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Undo. Select a new one. Apply. Oh, that's not what I want. That one. There we go. Apply. So that's just a little quick. But never be scared of these things. And the nice thing about them is they all have a help menu inside, regarded to the specific tool. Maya's just cool that way. And then when you're done, you can either go close or close it up there. Cool. So now we've got this little guy. He's got little hips there. Definitely going to have to pay a little bit of attention to these shoulders. Look a bit fat. But I'm quickly going to make the foot, which again, surprise, surprise, 8x8 sided sphere. Turn them 90 degrees so that we're looking towards them. Go to the side view, elongate that foot a little bit. Yeah, and I kind of like that size foot. I'm just going to be having half of it. In the front view, again, I'm going to be grabbing, and be careful of just clicking, because now I do want to select straight through the model to grab those guys on the other end also. So I do a little region select. So get rid of those. Again, beautiful quads. Grab these faces at the bottom, and then I'm just going to grab my flat scale, move it up, and I'm going to just have a look at the bottom here. Go back to my scale tool and just kind of just fix that quad mesh flow there at the bottom, just for later time when we're going to be doing a bit of UVs or something. Because I need one more edge loop in here, I'm just going to add it now. Insert edge loop. Oops, there we go. Insert edge loop. And that's just to keep my mesh so that it doesn't look all whacked. Now it says foot goes nice and flat on the floor. And in the side view. I'm just going to give it a bit of shape. Move that into position. Now again, I want to leave these back four faces for the heel. I'm going to grab these four, go into the side view, faces, grab those bottom faces, get rid of them. I might even get rid of those ones also. Move my foot into position. Grab these guys, and I'm scaling it up again, just making it sort of fit. I'm just looking at that little vertex there and that vertex there and getting them reasonably close. It doesn't need to be perfect by any means. Whoops! I accidentally was scaling. I'm not too fussed about that. I'm going to mirror it in a second again, so select those two guys, surprise surprise, combine, select the two edges, edge loop, and bridge. If again, bridge, just go into the history, get rid of that one division, and if your bridge didn't work out, remember the offset is the way to fix them. Alright, so that's pretty cool, I think, I hope. Select these faces again, get rid of them. And I'm going to go mesh. Mesh mirror geometry. It should be still correct from the last one we did. There we go, apply. One thing that sometimes does happen when you mirror geometry, especially if your geometry is very, very, very small, what happens is you do the mirror geometry, and in the history this threshold is just too small. By default it's 0.1, but because sometimes your model is so small that you get this sort of thing happening. So you can just jump in here and make them make it back to 0.1 or 0.01 or whatever, but I'll leave mine now on 0.1. And another thing, these faces obviously need to be flat, so if they are not, when you're working maybe with half a model and one or two of your vertices have been moving off to the side, oops, there we go. Maybe something like that has happened by pure accident, you didn't spot it, or something like that. Oh, you didn't see that at all. If you're going to go ahead and mirror that geometry now, it won't match up. This this edge loop needs to be perfectly flat. So before you extrude the mouth, always just check that you've got that 100% flat, and be careful of moving past when you're scaling, because then you're just starting to scale in the mirror. So just go up to the block and do that about 2 or 3 times, and that should be fine. And now I'm going to just go in and mirror that geometry again. Alright, let's check him out, what he looks like. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, I think it's pretty cool. I'm just going to come in here, make his shoulders a bit smaller. Never work in smooth mode. It always messes up. Your mesh flow just goes for a ball. But do check in smooth mode if it's working. So there we go, that's like all ugly. So Let's jump back in there quickly. Same thing. Select it. Goodbye. Thank you for playing. Mesh, mirror geometry, and sweet. There we go. Now we can bring these legs closer, all sorts of things. Oh, that looks a bit weird. Whatever you feel like. Come in and give him a bit more of a bum. Bum, 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 bum. Tone him up a bit. And there we go. Pretty cool. Yeah, I might even have time for another quick little hand tutorial. Stick some hands on there. Cool.